Hello everyone and welcome back to another Agarco video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a police car. Like take any story mode vehicle and, put some light bars and some lights on it and make it into a cool looking police car. So the first thing we're going to need is some of these files. We're going to go down and I'm going to show you what they are. Number one is we're going to be using OpenIV. It's just a software that allows us to look into GTA 5's main directory, and we'll be using some files from there. This one is Zmodeler 3. It's a program that we're going to be using to model all the vehicles and put the lights and stuff on them. This VEH share file, there's going to be a download in the description, but these are going to have a bunch of different interior files and stuff like that. They're really important. We're going to have an empty folder just named textures. And I have this folder named PL parts. I'll list where you can download this. But basically, it's just a bunch of these lights. I'm going to be using this first one right here because I think it looks cool. And then we're going to have a vehicle files folder. And this is just where we're going to put all of our files that we get out of OpenIV. Alright, so to begin this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and open up OpenIV and click Windows. I'm just going to make it full screen. So this is basically your main directory of your Grand Theft Auto 5 that you have installed on your desktop computer. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go up to this little search bar up here. It's really small. And then when you click in it, it's going to say Filter GTA 5. And up here, you're going to type, what car you want. I want to do the Pegasi Vodka, because it's a cool car. So I'm just going to type V-A-C-C-A, Vodka. It'll say no items match your search, but you want to click search your car in all archives. In my case, it's Vodka, so search Vodka in all archives. And you're going to find vodka.ytd in here somewhere, and it's going to say, program files. Okay. So I found my vodka.ytd, right click, and click go to file. It's going to put you in this big long list of all these different files and stuff. So go up to the search bar again and type in that name that you typed in again. So I typed in vodka. Vodka, not vodka, that's okay. But anyway, here are my vehicle files. And if I click on the vodka_high.yft or whatever, this is the car that we're going to be using to turn into our police car today. I think it'll look really nice. So this is where that vehicle files folder comes into play. So we're going to open up the folder vehicle files that's empty. And here's the really important part. Your car is going to have just 4 files. And it might have a 5th one, but if it says vehicles_vodka interior, ignore it. Because we already have that. So find vodka_high.yft or your car name _high.yft and drag it into your vehicle files. And now we find the vodka plus high.ytd, drag it in there, and then the vodka.ytd. Drag it in there. You should only have 3 files from your car. You should have 2 YTD files and 1 YFT, and make sure that YFT is the vodka_high. So now we've got our car, basically the car that we want to turn into. So now I'm gonna search up sheriff. So basically, there are 2 sheriffs in this one thing. I'm just going to be using the normal sheriff. So what we're going to need is sheriff_high.yft. So drag sheriff_high.yft. We're going to need sheriff.ytd. Drag that in there. And we're going to need sheriff plus high.ytd. Drag that in there. So now we're done with OpenIV, but we're going to come and use it later. So we're just going to minimize it, and we'll come back to it. So basically here are all of our vehicle files that we got out of OpenIV. So now we can just close this. Now here comes the part where you want to get Zmodeler. So you can go to, just type in Zmodeler3.com, I think. Yeah, you can just download it from here. Just press the download button. It'll download. But, yeah, so basically, open up Zmodeler 3 once you buy it and download it. If you do not have Zmodeler 3, this is like the most important part of the tutorial. So you're going to need Zmodeler 3. So here it is, it's starting up. This is probably the most important software involved in this. So basically, this is what you're going to get when you first open it. So we're going to go to File and then click Import. And you're going to find your vehicle files, which is on my desktop. So I'll click Desktop and find that vehicle files folder. And I'm going to import my car that I want to turn into first. So it's the Vaca. Okay. Now down here under preload packs, this is going to be empty, okay? But this is a crucial step into doing this. So under preload packs, you're going to click Add. And you can go to your vehicle files folder and add the vaca.ytd and the vaca plus hi.ytd. So just click vaca plus hi.ytd, add, then vaca.ytd. Now there are some other ones that we're going to need too. It's easiest to identify if you go into here, and if you find your vaca again, here, I'm just do that. Vaca. It's going to say using these resources. The only ones you want to pay attention to are the, so like if you see vshare.warn_warn army or truck, just ignore those. You just want, basically what you want is the vshare and the vehicles_vaca_interior, the vaca.ytd and the vaca plus hi.ytd, which you already have. So we're just going to close it out. So, to get that, that's where that vhshare file comes in that you downloaded from the description. It's going to have all these YTDs in it. So we're going to find vehicle_vaca_interior, and we're going to import that. So let's see. So here it is, vehicles_vaca_interior.ytd. Click open. Now I also need another one from here. It's vehicles vhshare.ytd. And then you're also going to do Army, Truck, and Warn, just these three. Army, Truck, Warn. So that's basically all the ones you're going to need for the Vaca. So when you import it, you shouldn't see any error, except if it says fail to locate texture env.tds, it's not important. You can just clear it out because it's not important. But click L0 up here, and here's our Vaca that we just did. It has two wheels for some reason in the car model, which is kind of strange. But make sure your interior is here. If it's not, which is that vehicles_vaca interior file, make sure this interior is here. If it's not, then you're going to have a problem when you put it back into your game because you're going to have a missing interior. But basically, this is the complete car. So now we want to import our sheriff car. So we're going to go to File, Import, Sheriff_Hi, and just delete all the preload packs because we're going to be using a different one. Delete all of them except for never mind, just delete all of them. And we'll start fresh. So in the vshare folder, we're going to need vehicles_pull_tax interior. So that is right here. Click open. And you're also going to need these bottom four again. So this, the Army, Truck, and then the Warn. That's basically all of it. now we're going to need the sheriff YTDs, and that's in our vehicle files folder. Sheriff plus high.ytd, and then sheriff.ytd. So there's our little preload packs for the sheriff. Let's just import that. And over here, just uncheck vodka. And here's our sheriff car. The interior is here. I mean, look at that. So everything is basically working except for this. But if you're gonna use a one of these spotlights, then I wouldn't take it from this car. What I'm interested in are these two front lights right here. I want these two front lights. And that's all I want from the sheriff car. So I'm going to go into the sheriff on the little file thing here. And I'm going to find siren files. And I know that these are 9 and 10. So I find siren 9. Here, could we get it front view so I can show you this better. Because it won't show it in the 3D model. So if I do, look. See, watch right here. When I undo 9, and then watch on the other side when I do 10. So we know that those are the lights. So we're just going to do linking, unlink on 10, and then find 9 again, and then do linking, unlink. And then we can just minimize this. So we have 9 and 10, sorry, 9 and 10. So now we can click on sheriff underscore high, right click, edit, and delete. We're basically done. We just needed these two lights here, and that's all I really wanted from the car. So now we're just gonna spawn in our vodka, and now we're gonna zoom up to these lights from a side view, and the side view is really important. So go to the select tab up here and press the quarter button and use the right trigger and just highlight it, and then go to modify and move. It's kind of move the lights to the front of the car where you think they will sit the best. I'm going to put mine like right about there, and I'll see how far I can get them in without them being devoured. I mean, that seems pretty good, if I do say so myself. So, the two lights are installed onto the vodka. So now, I'm just gonna click Shift D on the keyboard, and that will unselect our lights. And if you do not do Shift D, then the lights will not like attach to the car, and they'll be really glitchy, and they'll like glitch out, and they'll just freak out when you put it into the game. So just open up Vodka and find like the chassis underneath Vodka underscore high, and just drag Siren 10 into the chassis, and then drag Siren 9 into the chassis. So basically, those are our lights attached to the car. So if we uncheck the car, the lights go away. So that means we have attached the lights to the car successfully. Now, I want that custom light bar I mentioned in the beginning, so I'm going to click Import, and I'm going to find that PL parts file that has my thing. So it's the PL lights.yft. It's just like importing a vehicle, except you don't need all this stuff. The only thing for the preload packs you're going to need is in vshare, it's vshare.ytd, and you're also going to need the PL parts. You're also going to need PL lights.ytd, which I'll have a download link in the description because for some reason the lights doesn't come with a PL lights.ytd, but it's extremely necessary. Now these are going to throw up some errors down here, but those errors aren't really going to matter. I'm just going to disable my vodka, just uncheck it. and I'll get a top view so we can just kind of look at the light bar we want. The light bar we want is this one, and when I highlight over it, it says MX 7000. So I'll click under my PL lights and find the MX 7000, linking unlink, and then edit, and then just delete the rest of the lights. So now, undo the quarter, modify. Oh yeah, and make sure before you drag it, click this little arrow and make sure the affect children is enabled. If not, then it'll kind of mess up. So just click that and drag it up. Now put your vodka back in. And I am going to see if this is the right scale or I need to make it a little bit smaller. Alright. So it looks like it does need to be scaled, which is absolutely no problem. It's really not. So I'll go to a front view so you can see this. To scale it, it's really easy. Do select and then quarter. Just select the whole thing. Modify scale. We just kind of going to make it a little bit smaller. And then do unquarter. Do Shift D. Make sure you click Shift D and make sure the lights aren't red. And then just do move and make sure that affect children is on. If it's not, it's really helpful to have that affect children. Just kind of move it up. Enable our vodka. And drag it. Oops, not what I wanted. Drag it down right onto the roof of the car. Let's kind of make sure it makes good contact too. Like, you don't want this to come off. But you don't exactly going through the roof, you see. Alright. So if I do say so myself, that looks like a successful light bar attached to the roof of the vehicle. Now to like fully embed it into the car, we have to, of course, drag it into the car chassis. So that way when we uncheck vodka, it disappears with it. So that is basically the car done. And now we come to the export part, which is kind of tricky. So we do File, Export. I'm just going to export it into my desktop. And make sure when you export, it's a GTA Rage model. Make sure you click Lock. And then click File Name. And type the exact same name as this. So vodka _ high. And click Export. Now it'll say exported highest LOD only. And that's pretty much what you want. You want that. Now we're pretty much just done. So you can close Zmodeler 3. And here's our vodka high file that we just exported. Just copy, paste, and rename this to just vodka. Alright, now to get this to work, we have to rename this to sheriff _ high, and this needs to be renamed to sheriff because we use the sheriff car to make the lights, so that way when we type sheriff in game, the vodka will appear with the lights and stuff on it. And plus the sheriff car is already configured to have like the sirens and stuff. So it'll be really, really simple when we import it to the game if we just make it sheriff. Now here comes a little bit of the tricky part. We need to go into our vehicle files and we need to find sheriff.ytd. And we need to find vodka.ytd or just like normal car.ytd. These two files we're going to be using, and we're going to be transporting the textures from vodka into sheriff That way there won't be any compatibility issues. So we have the OpenIV minimized. So the first thing we gotta do is find your Grand Theft Auto 5 logo on your desktop. Right click, click Open File Location. And make a new folder in here. Just make a new folder and name it Car Files. I already have a Car Files folder, so I'll just delete it. Use a new one. I may have named it Car Flies, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. And drag these two YTDs in here. And then delete them off your desktop because it will not just transfer them in. And just close that out. Now, into here, we will click GTA 5 and just get rid of our search. Go back basically to the main directory. Find that file you just made in your directory. Click on it. And here are your two YTD files. First thing you want to do is go to vaca.ytd or your car.ytd. And we see all these textures in here. We want to click Export All Textures, Direct Draw Surface, and then we want to find a folder on our desktop, the Textures folder, and just select Folder, and that will export all the textures, and we can close out that. Now we need to click Edit Mode up here, click Yes, then go to sheriff.ytd. Just double click it, and all of a sudden this magical import button appears, which we're going to be using to import. So just import, and find your textures folder on your desktop, select all the textures, click open, click OK, and then save. Now that you've done that, drag the sheriff.ytd out with this, and now we're completely done with OpenIV and we'll not be using it for the rest of the tutorial. Now we need to go into our vehicle files and find that sheriff plus hi.ytd and then drag it out. So here, these four files are your completed Vaca police car with everything in place. Everything is in place, ready to go. Now, you could just drag this into your GTA 5 directory through OpenIV, but I plan to use this on a 5M server. So to get it on the 5M server, I'm going to need to use a template, a replace template. And if you're just not going to use it for a 5M server, then completely ignore this. I'm going to name it Vaca PD. And here, just drag it into, just delete this, and drag it into your stream folder. So there we go. So now I'm going to go into my 5M server that's on my desktop. Police cars. I want to make sure this doesn't have any of the sheriff things in it. Right. Yeah, everything looks good. This doesn't have it. Alright. So no, okay, I don't have any police cars I've used in the sheriff model this time. So just drag a Vaca PD. I'm just going to copy the name of that file so I can just put it in my server.cfg. And remember, if you're not going to use this on a 5M server, just completely ignore this whole thing. And then just look up how to put it into your game. So now I have the car imported into my 5M server, so I'll start this. And then we'll get into my server. This takes a while to boot up. But a moment of truth is when you're in game and you're about ready to spawn it. And you cross your fingers and just hope it works. So it's going to be a really, really hard time to do this. So it should say like hello. Or yeah. Hello. And then it's going to go really fast. Okay. Alright. It says right here, Started resource Vaca PD. We know that it works. So we're going to open up my 5M, and we're going to be testing this out. By the way, if you want to download this this vehicle that I have in this video, the Vaca police car, it'll be on LSPDFR, and I'll have a link in the description if you want to go download it. And there you can get like the download file and everything you'll need to put it in game. So now we're booting into my server, and then hopefully we'll see the police car, the Vaca police car. And remember, if you want to do this yourself, follow the tutorial really closely. Try not to mess up. If you mess up, it's okay. Just go back like a minute and rewatch and correct your mistakes. I know it took me a long time to figure out how to do this, but now that I'm able to do it, it's been really easy to do it. So now we're going to boot into my server, and I'll go ahead and teleport over here to the airfield where it's easier to spawn stuff. Now here is the moment of truth. Vehicle spawner, spawn my name, Sheriff. And hey, I don't think that turned out half bad. I actually really like that. Wow. Alright, let's test her out. So let's get into the car. Oops, I accidentally pressed F. Look at that. And this is a non-ELS tutorial. Look, there's the two lights going in the front. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I actually really like this. This is kind of a cool thing to do. Here, we'll look at it at night too. Let me change it to night so we can see this like really good. Alright, there we go. It's really like ambient. Like the lights go a really long ways. Like if we just get out the car. I mean, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's really cool. Like I think it's beautiful. It's really pretty. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, this little tutorial I made. Well, it's not little, it's probably like 30 minutes long, but I want to thank you guys for watching this. I hope you try to make your own police cars. They really are fun to make. I really hope you do, because they're really great. Easy to do, really, honestly, really easy to do. And I hope you guys make it. I'll leave a download for the PL parts file and the VEH share file in the description through Mediafire links. They shouldn't expire because they're on my Mediafire account, but if you want to get those and try this out yourself, you can, because this is a really cool thing to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and guys, I guess I'll see you maybe in the next GTA 5 tutorial I do. Bye.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.